guys, so I'm here today to film my review on the MAC Face and Body Foundation. This is available on the MAC Pro stores and online. I'm in the shade N1. It doesn't follow the same NW, NC kind of routine that the rest of them follow, but this is 4 fluid ounces. With most foundations you get 1 fluid ounce. Like this is NARS Sheer Glow and you got 1 fluid ounce. So you can see it compared. It's a lot bigger, especially considering like the cap of NARS is huge. So you get basically 4 times the product, or 3 times the product. No, 4 times the product. I can't do math. And it comes in this little container. I think one of the best parts about it is the packaging. Now, there are some flaws to it. It comes with this squeeze nozzle, so you just squeeze it out onto your hand, onto a palette, onto your brush, whatever. Now the only issue is if you when you do shake it, because you should shake it because it's a very watery foundation. Oh, and as you see, someone just flew out at me when I shook it. When you do shake it, it does get all inside the cap and all over the nozzle, which kind of sucks, but I find that what you can do is just take the lid off, hold the nozzle, and then shake it, and then it won't get all over the place. So it's like a minor flaw in the packaging, but I mean, at least it has a pump. I mean, it doesn't have a pump, but at least it has a nozzle. It's a very thin opening. It's like a it's like a pin-sized opening. It's very small. It's not like a wide mouth like a NARS Sheer Glow where you're gonna get product everywhere. Like, sorry, mine's disgusting, but like that's huge compared to it, and you get product everywhere. You spill it, you tip it too far, you get too much out. With this, doesn't happen as often. So you just squeeze this out onto I do it onto my hands, as you guys saw in my foundation routine. But yeah, overall, I'm going to tell you right now, I love this foundation. There are some flaws to it, and there are some people that maybe hate this foundation, but I think it's great. I don't know, I feel like I might wear this all year round. Right now I'm only wearing it for the summer, but it applies great. I'm wearing it today. It's like this beautiful, it gives you a beautiful dewy finish, and it actually covers very well. It's good because it's buildable, so you put on, it looks pretty natural. I'm gonna say, like, you can't tell I'm wearing foundation, I don't think. I'm looking in my mirror down here, sorry, I should probably look at you guys. You can't really tell I'm wearing foundation. It looks very, very natural, which I really love, and what's good is that you can build this up and it's not gonna look cakey the more you put on. It will just look like it just looks like a layer of skin, and then you can put more coverage in certain spots. Like I put more coverage over my cheeks and stuff, but I think the coverage on this is good. I would definitely say it's a light to medium buildable coverage, which is why it's good for the summer and good for people who don't have a lot of skin issues. But for me, my biggest issue is covering redness, because I have a lot of redness in my cheeks and my nose and all over my face, and I think this does a great job of it. Like, you can't see any redness on my face at all. And so I feel like if you have lots of blemishes and stuff, it won't work as well. But if you just have redness that you're trying to cover, this is a great foundation. You have to have kind of decent skin for it. I think that it is a little bit oily looking. I mean, I say it looks like a great dewy finish, but realistically, I have really dry skin, so for me a dewy finish is great. But even like the NARS Sheer Glow and the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Foundation are my favorites, and they give you a dewy finish. This looks so greasy compared to those, so I would never wear this foundation on its own because I find that it looks greasy, and I have dry skin. So if you have oily skin, I probably wouldn't recommend this for you. Although once I set it with a powder, like right now it's set with my Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, and it looks fine. Like it doesn't look greasy at all. My cheeks look dewy because I'm wearing a cream blush and no powder there, but it's not greasy. So I think if you're gonna set this with a good powder, it's fine. And I also think that because I set it with my Mineralized Skin Finish, which gives you a slight amount of coverage, it gives me a little bit more coverage. But I think as long as you set this with a powder, it's fine. But people with oily skin might want to keep that in mind, that it's a little bit, it can look greasy, and some people might hate that. If you watch my foundation routine, which I'll link in the below bar, you'll see that what it looks like before I put powder on, and you guys can kind of judge by that. Another kind of negative to it is that, I don't know if you can see, but they call it a demarcation line, where it's like, you know when you leave your foundation standing up and then you can see where your foundation is, like you can see a line? This gets that, and people say that it gets really thick after a year. Like I've heard people say that if you want to use your MAC Face and Body Foundation, you have to kind of dedicate yourself to it because it can get chunky and gross. I've heard it described as cottage cheese-like texture after a year. But if also people say that as long as you just shake it up, it'll be fine. Like some of those foundations that like just kind of separates and kind of gets gross, but if you shake it up, I hear it works fine. And again, this is the same price as a normal foundation from MAC, maybe even a couple dollars cheaper, and you're getting so much more product. Like I think I've only used up to like here, and it's been 2 months, and I've used it every single day. I think I've worn my NARS Sheer Glow twice, and I've worn this every single day. I think it has great staying power. Like normally I spray my face with my Evian facial spray if I know I'm gonna need it to last like all day, like 24 hours out in the heat. But when I wear this to work, I don't put anything over top of it. And when I come home at night, 8 to 10 hours later, and I wipe my face off. Actually yesterday, I worked 10:30 to 7, so I put my makeup on at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't take my makeup off until, I'm gonna say 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And there was so much foundation left on my skin, and that was this. So I do think it has great lasting power. I think it's a great summer foundation. I don't know if I would recommend it for all year use, but if you have great skin, then I would recommend it for all year use. If you have skin that's not as good, it's good for the summer, because I find that my skin always gets better in the summer because of the sun and stuff. I don't really know why. And like, you know, you get tan and glowy and you look great. But I recommend this for summer use, and I also think that it's just a great foundation. I really love it, and I don't like MAC foundations, and what's good about this one also is that this is an N1, which is a little bit dark for me, but it's such a light textured foundation that it blends so easily. You can't even tell it's not my it's not my exact skin color. Like if I hold it up next to me, you can clearly see it looks darker. But this is the lightest color they have in N, and I think it looks fine on me. Maybe I'll take some off the lid for you. So this is what it looks like, which is clearly too dark for my skin, but it blends so beautifully. It's such a thin foundation that it blends out, and it blends right into your skin tone, and you can't even tell it's different. So I would recommend this foundation for anybody. Again, if you have really oily skin, you might want to consider that, or even, but I mean, if you powder it, it's totally fine. I don't find that I get oily through the powder. So yeah, great foundation. You should definitely check it out. I don't like any other MAC foundations, but I love this. So, oh, I should also mention this is water-based, so it's not like the other MAC foundations which are silicone-based, which will break you out, so this is way better. So yeah, that's our review of the MAC Face and Body Foundation. I really love it. I think it's going to be like, it's going to take over any tinted moisturizer I will ever use in my life. It's a better coverage than any other tinted moisturizer I've tried. I used the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer and I hated it. It was not enough coverage. This is perfect. It's buildable. It's great coverage. It's lightweight. It's water-based. I love this. So I think you guys should check it out. I hope that was helpful to you guys, and I hope that you guys love this foundation as much as I do. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.